Hello my scrappy friends, it's Lee Moore from Lee Moore 1278. I want to welcome you to my first technique hop that I'm doing with some amazing talented ladies. I had been noticing that YouTube was kind of lacking the techniques. There's a lot of haul videos and a lot of project videos, and that's really great, but you know, I was kind of searching for some techniques, and anyways, I was kind of having a hard time finding some unique ones, and so I thought I'd put together a little hop to showcase some unique techniques that we haven't seen in a while. So the technique that I'm going to use today is we're going to create a butterfly, a metal butterfly, using some metallic paper, or I guess this is actually, what do you call it? It's copper tool craft foil, and it's really, it's like a, it's metal, like it's a metal sheet, okay? And it's really sharp. So you can, I buy mine in the roll, and they're quite expensive in the roll, but you get a ton of it, as you can see. So you can use any color you want, it doesn't really matter. I know that if you sand this off, it'll become silver. So all you'll require is some of this foil. You can actually even use probably tin foil, as long as you're careful not to rip it. Then what you'll need is an image, a stamp image. A lot of us don't have embossing folders or big shot, so this is a technique that you will not, if you don't have one, you'll really like this because you won't require an embossing folder, and you'll be able to use this technique on a lot of things for you. You will also need a self-healing mat, so something like this works. This is from Stampin' Up, I believe, or you know, one of your piercing mats will work, as long as it's cushy and foamy, right? And then of course an acrylic block or whatever you use for your stamp. And then what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have archival ink. You do not want to use any water-based ink, otherwise your image will run. And you will need some precision scissors. So I like to use my Fiskars. I like this one because it's got the hinge on it, so it's really easy on my hands. And the other thing you want to use is a stylus. And it doesn't really matter how big or thick, but that's the one I use. It's got, I think it's from Stampin' Up, yeah it is. And it's got a dual tip. So that's all you'll need for this technique. Oh no, I lied. And you will also need 1 or 2 acrylic paints for this. And of course your paintbrush. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I will do this in fast forward so that I'm not boring you. And you'll see this awesome embellishment butterfly that you will get in the end. Okay, here we go. Okay, so once you have cut your image out, you want to, I don't know if you can tell, but I've left a little bit of an edge around my image, because what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be using my stylus and sort of embossing it. You want to make sure that your ink is dry. I think mine is, it's a little bit wet, so I'm going to wait a little bit till it dries. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to take my stylus and I'm going to trace every single line, pressing down on my image and on my mat. And what I'm going to get when I am done is on the reverse side I will get an embossed image, and it looks absolutely stunning when you paint it, and you can use it as an embellishment on your project. So I'm going to start doing one, and then I'll show you a done one, so that this video, for the purpose of length of this video. completed butterfly once I have embossed it all. And this is what the other side looks like. So if you were to put it on a project like this, it would be fine and it would look great, especially like on a vintage grunge project. But if you want to bring it out and you want to include it, let's say in a card or something that needs color, then all you want to do is you want to grab some acrylic paint, any color that you want, and check out my dirty, what do you call it? A little paint holder. I love it. And all you want to do is grab a little bit of paint, and you can use 1 or 2 colors, it doesn't matter. And you can paint it. And I will show you another trick in the end. If you want it to look a little bit distressed and kind of vintagey, then this is what you do. So you want to apply quite a bit of paint, but before it dries, what you want to do is you want to take a paper towel. So let me grab that. And you want to wipe some of it off. And what it does is you can start to see that you can actually see the embossed part a little bit better. On camera it doesn't show up as well. And if you want to see it even better, what I like to do is I like to use actually a little bit of black because it brings out my image a little bit more. And you can either use your fingers or just a little tiny brush, and that's what I use. Either one is fine. I just don't want to use the same brush that I just used. So all you want to do is just go like this a little bit, right? And don't try and be perfect. Your blue will still show up, or whatever color you use will still show up. You're going to brush some of it off anyways. Okay, just like so. Sorry if I'm off camera a little bit. And then all you want to do is brush a little bit off with your paper towel. And the beautiful thing is this is kind of like one of those mixed media projects, right? You can like keep layering and layering until you get the image that you want. But this butterfly, I think, looks pretty darn awesome. It's super easy and it looks so great on your project. So in the end here, I'm going to show you a finished project with this particular butterfly so that you can see how I've used it. So you can also use the back side. It doesn't matter, but I really like the way that this side turns out. So that is my technique.